Hi, welcome to another video from the Car Care Garage. Today I've got my 2006 Fiesta Zetec S in, and as you remember it's Panther Black. Today I'm going to be using and testing a product from Carpro, and it's their CQuartz, specially designed for our climate. I'll try and bring that in. This is just a little sample pot that's been sent to me. With that focusing, there you go. As I said, it's just a little sample. I'm going to read some of their bump that I've taken to save me putting it into my language. This is a special edition CQuartz designed for the colder, damper climate, especially for the UK, so it's designed for us over here. Features: CQuartz UK is the easiest to apply coating on the market. No matter how cold, hot, humid, the application is simple. CQuartz offers an extremely durable hard glass coat which can protect for more than 2 years against minor scratches, acid rain, bird droppings, corrosive traffic film, tar and harmful UV rays. Once applied, CQuartz forms a strong chemical bond, cross-linking during the curing process. This offers an excellent durability with a high level of gloss and reflectivity. What I'll do, you'll see the condition of the paint before, and you'll see the condition of the paint afterwards, so you can be the judge of that. Resists extremely high temperatures. They say you can coat engine components with it, and it can also be layered. So you put it on, leave it for an hour, and then you can put another layer on, and then leave it for an hour before you put the last product on. Surfaces that can be protected with the CQuartz paint, obviously, your wheels, your chrome, your metals, and your headlights. What comes with it, obviously, the actual coating itself. There's the little applicator sponge with carpro on it, and the suede applicator, which I'll show you how we're going to use. Comes with, well, you have to use an eraser or an IPA, a panel wiper, anything like that. And you will also need a spray-on sealant afterwards, and I'll explain why that in later. The Fiesta has been washed, it's been deionised, it's been clayed with the eraser, which is an intensive oil and polish cleaner, or the IPA. So that's been put over the car just to remove any of the silicons, any of the fillers, any of the oils that have been left by the polish. So all there is just clear coat. Any other contaminant has been taken off, so this product can be bonded onto it. Their directions say you put 2, 3 or 4 dots on this pad, and then you work it in a motion which I'll show you. But I'm going to spin you around now, and we're just going to get on straight away and apply this coating. Just turn that round. As you can see, the paint's looking really good on the Fiesta. You can see the reflection of the lights. There's no scratches in there. I'll try and do this so it's all on camera, what I'm doing. Give it a good shake. Like everything, you don't know how long it's been sitting, what's in there. Remove the lid, and you'll see it's, I don't know if you can see that, it's got like a little nozzle at the top there. I'm going to try and do this and watch. So it's, I'm going to put 3 drops because I didn't realise how quickly that comes out. And what I'm going to do is slightly different to what they say. They start applying straight away, but all I'm going to do is I'm just going to dab that just so I can ensure an even coat, and then I'm just going to bring it down in straight lines, making sure I've got an even coverage up and down. To make sure that's even, I'm going to come across and cross hatch it. It does go on very easy. You can just feel a slight resistance as you're applying it. It's not super slick where you slip all over the place, all over the paint. And I'm going to go back, up and down, just to make sure I've got a nice even coating on that, and I can see that's now a nice even coating. You have to remove this with a another suede applicator. And as I said, because this is only a test sample that's been sent to me, it has got a very, very tiny cloth to remove it. I'm just going to put the lid back on that. And here's, unfortunately, there's the cloth. So that's now applied. There's an even coat. I've gone over it like that, and I can see that just starting to flash. So now I'm going to try and rub this off and buff that. And always buff just slightly over where you've applied it, just to make sure there's no streaking. We come over like that, and now I can start. A bigger suede cloth would have been far simpler than this. Just make sure you're not spreading damp product over so you're getting smears. But that, and to be quite honest, that is coming off a treat, just even though it's this tiny little silly cloth that I've got. Just going to turn that over just to make sure. Yes. Notice I'm wearing gloves. As I said, we've used their eraser liquid to remove any oils and silicons. I don't want to go through all of that process and then put my fingers with my greasy mitts all over it. There are a couple of videos of this being applied. All credit to them, it's not by the company themselves, and it's not in this country, where people are putting their bare hands on a bit of paint that they're not working on, and they will go back over that. So just be careful what you watch on the internet. Not everything is true. Now that is completely removed now. I hope you can see that. I'll just come in. Just going to move you back and I'll explain the next steps of the process. Because this is a glass coating, this needs a cure for 24 hours. You could use heat lamps, infrared lamps to speed that process, but 24 hours before you put it out into the elements. If you was to get water on this, if this was to rain, that could damage the surface. So they say that you need to put a layer of protection over the top. They recommend, obviously, their product, CarPro Reload. This is a high gloss, smooth, water repellent, easy, fast, durable, up to 4 months. Clean the surface well, shake well, spray on, wipe off with a short loop microfiber. They say you can dilute it 1:1 for dark coloured cars. Now this is the sacrificial layer. Not only does this protect your glass coating for the first 24 hours, this is also the coating that goes on top, so when you're washing it and you're driving it, it's not actually getting through to the glass coat. This is your sacrificial layer. So this goes on after an hour. So you'll apply the car, you'll start, if you want to start at the bonnet, start at the bonnet, work all the way round, and then once the time has elapsed where it's been an hour since your first panel, you can then either go around and reapply another layer of the actual coating, go around again, leave it an hour, and then you go round after an hour with a reload. And the reload is very simple. It is literally just a spray on, wipe off. What I'm going to do, I'm going to turn the camera off, we'll leave it an hour, and then we'll come back and we'll do the next part of the process. Okay? Right, it's been an hour, or it's been a little bit more than an hour now. I've come back in the garage and we move on to the next step. This is where you'd either go around and put a second coat of the glass coating over it, or what I'm going to do now is put the reload, which is, as I said before, is a high gloss, smooth, repellent, and it's a spray sealant which lasts about 4 months, but I would probably say probably about 2 months. You can either leave this for 24 hours to cure. You can either use heat lamps to let it cure, or you spray the sealant over the top of it, which will protect the glass coating while it's curing and protect it from the weather. So I'm just going to quickly apply. I'm only going to apply a little bit here. You don't need to see how to apply the whole bonnet. So I'll spin the camera around probably for the last time. Apply the sealant, come back, and then we'll just finish off. Just turn it round. There you can see. I hope you can see already that the finish that the glass coating gives you. It is a different finish two waxes. Now, I've decanted this into another spray bottle, because this is a dark colour. They recommend you dilute this 1-on-1 with water, so that's why it's in a slightly different bottle. So just a little squirt, just wipe that over, make sure that goes over everything. Just put that down. And it does go on really nicely. And it does smell nice. The CQuartz has no or very little smell. Just swap the cloths, just a final wipe over. And before I put this on, the paintwork did feel slick, but with this on it feels even slicker. And that's, just check. And that's that. I'll just bring you back for the last time, and then you can have a look at the bonnet in a second. All in all, lovely packaging. It's a nice looking product. It is very easy to use. Tomorrow, or probably the end of the week, I'll do some shots of it outside, showing how it repels water and things like that, and then we'll come back in a couple of weeks, couple of months time, just to see the difference between the bonnet and the rest of the car. The rest of the car's got some of the panels got waxes on, some of the panels got sealants on, as I test different things on this car, and we'll see how this stands up compared to all the other products. But overall, easy to use, nice packaging, it's reasonably priced, and it does give a really hard scratch resistant coating to the car. If you're the type of person that puts glazes on their cars, doesn't get their paint absolutely perfect, then you shouldn't be using this really, because you, as I said before, you need to get rid of all the silicons, all the fillers and all the oils out of the paint, so you have to have absolutely pure naked paint. So there's no point in using this product if you've got glazes on it or you've got waxes on it previously. It needs to be absolutely perfectly clean. Yeah, as I said, so it's a great product. I'm going to just finish off and reload their spray sealant, the rest of the bonnet, and then I'll do an aftershot. So thanks again for watching, and look forward to the next video. Cheers guys. This is the bonnet before the coating has been applied. As you can see, nice reflections and a nice shine, but that's just polished. That was some small scratches removed with compound, and then the 3M blue polish just to refine it. I hope the camera really picks this up, because I can see the difference, and I certainly can feel the difference. Time will be the test, but it's a different finish to wax. There is more reflection with this, but it doesn't quite have the gloss of a wax, but it's a deeper reflection. But we have to remember that this is a glass coating and not a wax. Waxes tend to contain oils and such like, which contaminants from the road and airborne contaminants can stick to. So when you wash your car, you can end up moving those contaminants over your paint, whereas this should resist all those contaminants sticking to the paint. But overall, that is a lovely finish. Bear in mind, this is a 2006 car. I know I look after it and I wash it properly. So if you've got a show car or a classic car that only comes out every now and again, and you wash it like I wash my cars, it takes about 2 hours, and making sure you're not touching the paint as little as possible, then the waxes, the sealants, the paint, well, certainly the paste sealants are still ideal and still perfect, and I will still use waxes. But if you've got a daily driver and you're not going to wash it as well as you should do, then certainly this is a stunning product. So thanks again for watching guys. Look forward to the next one. Cheers.